Good morning, dear students. Now, in this lecture, we are going to start chapter 16, that is the last chapter from our botany paper syllabus, Principles of Plant Science. So, this chapter is based on DNA replication. So, DNA replication is one of the process in which cell copies its DNA by using the parental DNA. So that process of DNA synthesis we are going to study in this chapter, chapter 16, DNA replication. Introduction to this chapter. As you know that the DNA is the genetic material. It carries genetic information and responsible to preserve the identity of the plant species. It is macromolecule and considered as a reserve bank of genetic information or a memory bank of living system. So DNA is a macromolecule, serve as a genetic material, and it is considered as a reserve bank of genetic information. RNA molecule, it is the one of the type of nucleic acid, performs the cellular functions that are carried by DNA. There are many viruses which contains the RNA as the genetic material, but DNA is more stable than RNA. Hence, in the course of evolution, DNA become a most suitable molecule for long-term repository of genetic information. So, if we compare the two types of nucleic acid, that is DNA and RNA, of which DNA is most stable because it possesses the deoxyribose sugar, while the RNA which is short-lived. So in the course of evolution, the DNA became a most suitable molecule for long-term preservation of genetic information. In case of some viruses, the RNA is the genetic material. RNA molecule performs the cellular functions that are directed by the DNA. So this is the central dogma of genetic information, where the DNA directs the synthesis of protein via RNA. The biological information flows from DNA to RNA and there to proteins. It indicates that the DNA controls every function of the cell through protein synthesis called transcription and translation function of DNA, or central dogma of life. So DNA possesses the genetic information. So this genetic information has been utilized to perform various functions of the cell and the individuals. So this flow of information from DNA to RNA and then to protein, it is referred as central dogma of life. It indicates that the DNA controls every function of the cell through protein synthesis by the process of transcription and translation, which is the function of the DNA or the central dogma of life. In this way, DNA performs two important functions. So that has been categorized into two types: heterocatalytic function and autocatalytic function. So the first one function of the DNA, that is the heterocatalytic function. DNA directs the synthesis of chemical molecules other than itself, for example synthesis of RNA, proteins. So such function it is referred as heterocatalytic function. So as you know that the DNA directs the synthesis of RNA, proteins. So the synthesis of the chemical molecules other than itself is other than DNA. So such functions are referred as heterocatalytic function. So synthesis of RNA, synthesis of the protein. So this is directed by the DNA. So this function it is referred as heterocatalytic function. Second one is the autocatalytic function. So in this function, DNA directs the synthesis of DNA itself, called replication or duplication function of the DNA. So DNA directs the synthesis of DNA itself in the process of replication or duplication. So this is the process where the new DNA molecule has been synthesized from pre-existing DNA. Such identical copies are formed in the process of replication or duplication. Or one can say DNA replication is the process in which DNA copies itself to produce identical daughter molecules of DNA. So this is also called as replication or duplication. The cell copies its DNA in the process of DNA replication. If you see the cell cycle, in the S phase of the cell cycle, the DNA replication has been carried out or DNA synthesis has been carried out. So DNA replication is the process where the cell copies its DNA. This autocatalytic function of DNA called DNA replication. Now we are going to define the DNA replication or simply replication. It is a synthesis of new DNA from pre-existing DNA to form replicas or identical copies, which is a part of nuclear division. So synthesis of the new DNA from pre-existing DNA to form identical copies, it is called as DNA replication. Or in another way, we can define DNA replication as it is the process in which DNA copies itself to produce identical daughter molecules of DNA. It is also called as DNA replication. So these are the two definitions of the DNA replication where new DNA has been formed from pre-existing DNA. So this new DNA or the daughter DNA which is identical to the parental DNA. So this process is called as DNA replication or DNA duplication. Next to this is the types of DNA replication. So before going for studying the types of DNA replication, here there are 6 basic rules of DNA replication. The first one is that replication proceeds in one or both direction from a given point. So this given point is the origin of replication or the start point from which the replication proceeds in one or both direction. Replication starts at unique point or origin. There may be one or more origins in a DNA molecule. So this origin, it is also called as ORI site, origin of replication, where the replication starts at unique point or origin and there may be one or more origins in a DNA molecule. Third one rule is the both strands replicate by addition of nucleotide monomers in the 5s2 3 direction. So DNA replication always occurs in the 5s2 3 direction by addition of nucleotide monomers or the units. So as you know that the DNA is made up of the nucleotides, while during the process of DNA replication the nucleotides are added in the direction of 5s2 3. So we can say that DNA replication always takes place in 5th prime phosphate to 3rd prime OH direction. Fourth one rule is the replication occurs in short discontinuous pulses which produce short fragments that are later joined to the main body of the molecule. So as you know that the DNA consists of 2 strands, it is a double helical structures. So during DNA replication, in one of the 2 strands of the DNA replication is discontinuous or DNA synthesis is discontinuous. So as a result of which it produces short fragments of the DNA which later join to make the continuous DNA strand. Fifth one rule is the short segment of RNA primer is required to initiate DNA polymerase action in lengthening the polynucleotide chain. The meaning of this rule is that to start to prime the DNA synthesis, the DNA polymerase enzyme is required. So DNA polymerase is the enzyme which is responsible for synthesis or the replication of the DNA. So to start to initiate DNA synthesis, this DNA polymerase enzyme requires a short double-stranded region. So to provide this short double-stranded region, a short segment of RNA primer has been attached at the point of origin. Okay, so this short segment of RNA primer is required to initiate DNA polymerase action. What is the action of DNA polymerase? That is the synthesis of the DNA. Okay, so DNA polymerase synthesize the new DNA according to the sequence present on the template strand or the parental DNA. So to perform this, DNA polymerase enzyme requires a short segment of RNA primer to start to initiate DNA synthesis or replication. And last one point is the replication occurs by semi-conservative process. So it is the one of the type of DNA replication where the new DNA form or the daughter DNA possesses one parental strand and one newly synthesized strand. Such type of DNA replication, it is semi-conservative, where the daughter DNA form having one old strand and one new strand. Okay, so these are the 6 basic rules of DNA replication. So by following these rules, the DNA replication takes place in the cell. Replication proceeds in one or both direction from the origin of replication. The DNA replication starts at unique point or origin. Both strands replicates by addition of the nucleotide monomers in the bias to 3 direction. Replication occurs in short discontinuous pulses in one of the 2 strands, so that it produces short fragments. Short segment of RNA primer is required to initiate DNA replication, and replication occurs by semi-conservative process. So these are the 6 basic rules of DNA replication. Okay, so here we are going to study types of DNA replication. Basically there are 3 types of DNA replication. There are variety of views proposed on types of DNA replication in the process of time called types of replication. But the experimental evidences indicate that DNA replication is of semi-conservative type. So semi-conservative type is the most common type of DNA replication. There are 3 types of DNA replication: conservative DNA replication, semi-conservative DNA replication, and third one is the dispersive DNA replication. So the first, that is the conservative DNA replication, we are going to study here. So this method of DNA replication was proposed by Cavalieri and Rosenberg. According to this method, the 2 strands of the DNA molecule do not come apart but act together as a template to form completely new double stranded or double helical DNA molecule. So what happened in this method? As you know that the DNA template is required for DNA replication. So what is this template? Template, it is the strand of the DNA from which the new DNA has been synthesized. So that is called as the template. So the sequence present on the template are used to synthesize the new strand. So as you know that the DNA is double stranded and the base sequences present in the DNA are complementary to each other. Suppose a template strand consists of sequence AGCT. Okay, this is the sequence present on the template strand. So the newly synthesized DNA strand possesses the sequence T, C, G, A, because A complementary to T, G complementary to C, C complementary to G, and T complementary to A. So the new strand should possess the complementary sequences. Those are present on the template strand. Suppose template strand possesses adenine, so the newly synthesized strand possesses thymine. If the template strand possesses guanine, then on the newly synthesized strand there should be cytosine. So according to this method, in case of conservative DNA replication, the 2 strands of the DNA molecule do not come apart, they do not separate, but act together as a template to form completely new double helical molecule. Thus, due to this, one daughter molecule will be completely new and other totally derived from the parent. So here, as a result of DNA replication, 2 DNA molecules are formed. So in case of conservative DNA replication, out of the 2 DNA molecule, one is completely new and other is totally old or totally derived from the parent. So in the next slide we will make it more clear. So this is the diagram where the conservative method of the DNA replication has been described. This is the parental strand that possesses parental DNA that possesses two strands of the DNA. So both the strand act as a template in case of conservative DNA replication. So as a result of first replication cycle, it produces the one old strand, one old DNA and one completely new DNA, that is the daughter DNA. Okay. So as a result of which two DNA molecules are formed by DNA replication or by DNA duplication, of which one is derived from the parental and other is completely new. So in the conservative method, the integrity of whole parental double helix is conserved in replication process. So it is a conservative. The whole double-stranded parental DNA is conserved in replication process. And after replication cycle, one of the daughter DNA molecule has both parental strand and the other has both newly synthesized strand. So out of the two DNA molecule, one DNA molecule has both parental strand. Here we can see these are the parental strand, while the other has both newly synthesized strands. Okay, so this type of DNA replication, it is called as conservative DNA replication. Got it? So what are the characteristics of this conservative type of DNA replication, where the parental DNA strands do not move apart, they are not separated for DNA replication. Both the strands act as a template for DNA replication. Second thing is that after DNA replication, two DNA molecules are formed, of which one is parental and the other is completely newly synthesized. So after replication cycle, one of the daughter DNA molecule has both parental strand and other has newly synthesized strand. So this is the conservative DNA replication. Second one type is the dispersive DNA replication. So here what happens, in this method of DNA replication, the parent DNA molecule breaks down along their length into small pieces. So this is the parental DNA molecule that has been broken into the small pieces along their length. Now individual piece replicates and it will be randomly reconnected with newly synthesized piece to form a patchwork that contains some old and some new pieces. So here a pink colored DNA, that is the parental DNA, has been seen in the diagram. So here this parental DNA has been broken down into small pieces along their length. Now the DNA synthesis has been started. So now the individual DNA piece replicates and it will be randomly reconnected with newly synthesized pieces to form the patchwork. So here we can see this is the old DNA, this is the new DNA, old DNA, new DNA. So the old DNA and newly synthesized DNA has been reconnected randomly, so to form a patchwork. So that contains some old and some new pieces. As the pieces of parent DNA molecule remain scattered or dispersed in the daughter DNA molecule, it is called as dispersive method. So the DNA, that is the parental DNA, has been broken down into the small pieces along their length. Now the individual piece replicates and it will be randomly reconnected with the newly synthesized pieces to form the patchwork. Means the daughter DNA molecule form possesses some old and some new pieces. Here we can see this is the old piece, again new piece, old piece, new piece, old piece, new piece. In both the DNA molecule we can see the same pattern, same patchwork. So as the pieces of the parent DNA molecule remain scattered or dispersed in the daughter DNA molecule, it is called dispersive DNA replication. The third one type is the semi-conservative DNA replication, which is the most common one. This method of DNA replication was suggested by Watson and Crick, which explains how new DNA could be the exact copy of the old. It was supported by experimental evidences given by Moses and Starr. According to this method, there is unwinding of the DNA molecule and separation of two strands by breaking weak hydrogen bonds between complementary base pairs. So as you know that A binds with T by means of 2 hydrogen bond. G binds with C by means of 3 hydrogen bond. So to separate the two strands of the DNA, here we can see the parent DNA that consists of 2 strands. So DNA replication starts with the unwinding of the DNA molecule and the separation of the two strands of the DNA. So the separation of the two strands of the DNA has been brought about by breaking down or breaking weak hydrogen bonds between the complementary base pairs. Okay. So after that the DNA synthesis or the DNA replication has been takes place. So according to semi-conservative DNA replication method, there is unwinding of DNA molecule and separation of two strands by breaking weak hydrogen bonds between complementary base pairs. Furthermore, there is a formation of complementary strand on each of the pre-parental single strand. So as a result of breaking of hydrogen bond between the two strands, these two strands get separated. Now the DNA synthesis has been takes place on each strand. So each strand act as a template. So there is a formation of complementary strand on each of the pre-parental single strand. This is due to the activity of the enzyme DNA polymerase. So as a result of which there is a formation of two daughter molecules of DNA, each with one parental and one new strand. So here two DNA molecules has been formed, of which or two daughter DNA molecules are formed of, if we see individual DNA molecule, it possesses one old strand or one parental strand and one newly synthesized strand. So here two DNA molecules are formed from the parental DNA. So these two strands of the newly synthesized DNA or the daughter DNA having one parental strand and one newly synthesized. In both cases we can see here there is one parental strand and one newly synthesized strand. So this is the semi-conservative. Semi-conservative means the daughter DNA molecule form having one parental strand and one new strand. So this is semi-conservative DNA replication. Okay. So this is all about for today. Thank you.